This will be a brief introduction to the PsycINFO research database. PsycINFO was created and is maintained by the American Psychological Association, or APA. It is a collection of records of mainly journal articles related to psychology. These articles are from top journals selected for inclusion by PsycINFO. It also includes many psychology-related dissertations. PsycINFO is a searching database, not primarily a full-text database. In it you will find the titles and abstracts of articles, as well as subject terms attached to the articles and other metadata, all collected to make it easier for you to search for and find good literature. In most cases, the full text of the article will be linked to from the PsycINFO database. To use PsycINFO at Vanderbilt, go to the main Vanderbilt Library page, vanderbilt.library.edu, and select Databases A to Z. Then find PsycINFO among our featured databases. We are on the Advanced Search page, which, because we are so advanced ourselves, is where we want to be. Let's say I'm interested in the relationship between depression and the use of social media in teenagers. The first job is to split the question up into its constituent parts. In this case, I see three main concepts: social media, depression, and teenagers. We can design a keyword search using those terms. Social media in the first box. We put quotes around it to show that it should be searched as a phrase. If you don't do that, it will search for each word individually. And depression in the second box. A little trick is that if there are different forms of the word you want to search for, such as depression and depressive, for example, you can use the asterisk as a truncation symbol, just like so. Any continuation of the word will then be returned. We typically use the not in full text designator so that we're searching only the title and the abstract and any subject terms. You can also, for example, search only in the title of articles. For teenagers, and this is a major advantage of PsycINFO, you can indicate the age group using the database's own limiters. We will also click peer-reviewed. If we don't, we will likely return many dissertations. We should note that this search follows the pattern of all good searches. Main concepts separated by and. Most every search will have an and in it. If I wanted to include other terms similar to those here, I would connect the similar terms with ors. So, for example, social media or internet use, depression or anxiety. Sometimes a great many ors can be strung out in this way. There is often a lot of trial and error with database searches. So we make our search. The results we see will have the terms or phrases that we search for in the title or the abstract or the subject term of the article. We see a few things here. First is that the articles are arranged in a relevance ranking, which puts a heavy priority on the recency of the article. Typically, newer articles come first. If I wanted a ranking by date of publication, I can do that as well. Second, we can put additional limits on the search, for example, by date here in the left-hand column. And third, it's important to note that you will see the number of times that each article has been cited underneath the article. So this article, for example, has been cited 5 times on another database called Web of Science, once on the ProQuest platform. If I click these links, I will see the articles that have cited this article, and so find likely articles on a similar topic that are more recent. I can also see the 123 different articles, and books, and other resources that were cited by this article to find older material on a similar topic. If I'm interested in a particular article, I can click in to read the abstract. But remember, the full text likely won't be here. I'll have to click on a button such as Find it at EU, or sometimes Get Full Text to read the full text of the article. Let's try another search with a different strategy. Say I'm interested in how childhood trauma can affect self-image or self-esteem in adulthood. This is a topic that PsycINFO is well equipped to help with. For this search, let's use the database's subject terms so that we're not searching just keywords in the abstract or title of the article, but the particular subject terms that are attached to articles that are indexed by PsycINFO. These terms come from a set list so that all articles on a particular topic should be collected under one term. We can use these search terms to make very targeted searches of the database. To use them, first click Thesaurus. I'm going to search for childhood trauma because that is the first concept of this search. It's not here, but I see childhood adversity fits the bill. What I would want to do if I wanted to search on this term is click it and then add it to my search. And it comes in the first box. Put my cursor then in the second, and I'm going to search for terms in the thesaurus related to self-image. And this happens sometimes. Self-image. We see that self-image is a reference to another term, self-concept, which is the one that PsycINFO uses. And I want to select that. I can also click here to see if there are other terms that are interesting to me. Maybe self-perception. I'll add that. And what about self-esteem? Let's look that up too. I want all of those three terms to be included. So I'll add them to my search, and they are included here under OR. So what I'm searching for here is an article that has been tagged with the term childhood adversity and with at least one of these three terms as well. If I want to make sure to search for the phrase childhood trauma, I can always add it right here. NOFT meaning not in full text. So that similar terms are connected with OR, and then between the big concepts there is an AND. I'll look for peer-reviewed articles, and since we're looking for articles about adults, I'll select the age group as adults. Why did this article, for example, come up? Because among its subject terms, we find self-concept and self-esteem, and also childhood adversity. You'll see it also had the phrase childhood trauma, so this hit a lot of what we were searching for. If I like this search, I can always choose to save it up here. First, I'll have to create a free My Research account in ProQuest, which is easy to do. Let's take one final topic. Let's say I'm interested in how preschool-aged children with a developmental disability develop phonological awareness. Here you wish to cover a large population, various conditions, and to cast a wide net, and again PsycINFO to the rescue. If we go to the thesaurus and look under the term neurodevelopmental disorders, you'll see that it has many subterms, and many of them have their own subterms. By clicking here and then clicking Explode, PsycINFO will search not only for this term, but for all of the subterms. It's exploded this term. This is a great way to cover all your bases and cast a wide net without coming up with scores of terms. Now I'm going to search here for phonological awareness. Again, I could type it in as a keyword, and that probably would work quite well. But I'm going to look for it here in the thesaurus in this case. I see it, and I'm going to mark it as a major term. It's got a little bit scrambled here, but this is a major term, phonological awareness, and add that to my search. You'll see the MJ means major there. So it's going to look for articles that are really about phonological awareness, not in a glancing way, but in a major way. I'll look for peer-reviewed articles and select my age group as preschool. This is a nice PsycINFO search that does something that's difficult to do with just keywords. Again, why did this come up? Because among the subject terms are phonological awareness and some term that was under neurodevelopmental disorders. Thank you, and I hope that this presentation was useful to you.